Right, guys, welcome to another edition of Ram at the Fights. I have my guest tonight. Is a BKFC fighter, as you know, guys. I like to talk about BKFC. Love to talk with BKFC fighters. Their stories are amazing. And my guest tonight, his name is Traevon Kid Cobra Kroger. Traevon, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, good. Uh, your debut was on BKFC Omaha. On BKFC, you flew straight from South Dakota to Omaha, and you faced a local fighter there, Jared Talent, and you got the easy victory with him, the finish. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good. I didn't break no bones. I didn't really get hit too much, so I'm ready to go again as soon as I can.
Bro, you dominate that fight. I mean, with your reach, you have a height advantage. It was very notable. When you saw the guy who you knew who you were fighting, well, that was part of your plan to take advantage of your reach and height.
I try to always I love getting in a good old brawl, but obviously that's not always the smartest way to fight. So I try to always keep him at the end of my stick. And I knew he was a shorter guy. I'm usually the taller guy, but when we got to that BKFC Omaha, I'm used to like a bigger ring, from boxing and cage fighting.
Yeah.
Well, they used the small ring. So when we got there, that ring couldn't have been more than maybe like 10, 12 feet
Oh.
across. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, "Oh man, like this, my job got a lot harder."
Man, did you feel like you were there like to feed you to the local guy, like, hey, let's get the car start with a local fighter here, and then the crowd pump up. But you went there to ruin the party, bro. Did you feel that way before the fight, or?
There's nothing more. I mean, I love fighting in my hometown. It's nothing better than feeling all the love and support. But there's so much pressure when you're fighting in your hometown because you have to win. All these people are here for you. You told them all you're gonna beat that guy. Now you got to beat that guy. What I love is going to somebody else's hometown. There's no pressure on me. Everybody here thinks he's gonna win. So then when I go out there and beat that guy up, they can't do nothing but respect it. They didn't think it was gonna happen.
Oh man, I can see that's a way to view it. No, no pressure on you. He had all the pressure, because he's the
Exactly.
president. Yeah. So did you get at some point frustrated? You knock knock him down like five times. Like you were like, oh my god, what else would I got to hit this guy with? Or
Oh man. Well, he was usually because I've done a lot of boxing too as well, and boxing is longer rounds and more rounds. So I usually take that first round. A lot of fighters do in boxing to kind of feel your opponent out, kind of download some information. Fuck. The thing about bare knuckle is these guys do not want to give you any time to download any information. They want to be in your face and scrap. So I started off with a couple of jabs, but like as soon as we got in the ring and they were doing the announcements, as much as like I was in my head saying I'm gonna beat this guy, all my coaches were like, "You're gonna beat this guy." Yo, I looked across the ring and I saw somebody who wanted to fuck me up. I saw it in his eyes, and I was like, you know what? I'm tall, but this is still a buff boy.
yeah.
But I knew that moment, and as soon as we told the line, the ring was so small that I could hear the commentary team. And Chris Little said something about that Jared had said he needs to be first. And as soon as I heard that, I was like, "There's no way Jared's gonna be first tonight. No way."
Man, but even with the smaller ring and with your boxing background, do you feel you have advantage like in technique? Because I notice most of these BKFC fighters are like, I would say, brawlers or like street fighter
hmm
style. Do you feel the technique from boxing with that, bringing that to a square circle? Do you have an advantage over them?
I feel like with boxing, a lot of defense is the blocking because you have the gloves,
Yeah.
but a lot of it is also it's the footwork and the head movement, which
Okay.
is something that I excel very well at. I don't even use much of my blocking in regular boxing because I'm using my footwork and head movement. Well, when you take the gloves off, you can't block no more. There ain't no protecting nothing. But though that footwork and that head movement is still there. Now, however, sometimes it's really hard. There's an old saying. It's to beat a fighter, you gotta box a fighter, and to beat a boxer, you gotta fight a boxer. Because if Jared would have came out there and tried to straight up box with me, well, he's losing that match 10 times out of 10. I'm the better, bigger, faster boxer. So what he did, and I knew he was going to do it, he came out guns blazing, swinging. Now, the boxing helped me in the fact that, like, I know where to put my head, I know where to put my feet, and I'm big on not letting my opponent set their feet. I don't have that. I'm a tall, skinny guy. I'm not trying to knock you out with one punch. I'm trying to give you 1,000 cuts. So I'm never needing to set my feet. I'm moving, I'm moving, I'm moving. And they're missing, and they're missing. However, I got hit like 3 times in the face by Jared, and there were some hard shots, and it was because I was getting in that boxing flow, and in boxing, all the punches are coming from boxing angles. You know what I mean? It's a hook, it's a straight, it's an uppercut. They're not doing a lot of that messy, that dirtiness. You know, what he did one of these big old over the top type joints that I didn't even see coming. It cracked me good, and I switched stances a bunch. I was southpaw. I was so worried about his right hand, his power hand, that he got me with the left hand. Boom. So I had to switch back to orthodox. You know what I'm saying? The boxing helps so much with the cardio and the movement, but those different little bare knuckle MMA angles, you got to be just prepared for entirely different. You know?
Yeah, no, no, and man, I love your analysis there, bro. That was great. The way you broke it down there. No, man, tremendous. Did you watch it? Do you watch a lot of fights too?
I do. I'm a coach here at my boxing and kickboxing gym.
Okay.
So I coach I got like a team of probably 15 amateur boxers and kickboxers. So I'm probably watching 15, 20 fights live a month, let alone on TV and all the fight research I got to do for all my boys.
No, no, I can tell. Yeah, that the way you broke it down was like, oh man, that's some serious
Thank you.
shit. You have done it all, bro. MMA, boxing, BKFC. What's your plan like long term? You wanna keep at BKFC or you wanna keep doing it all?
MMA's I started off with MMA. I was a wrestler in high school. It was kind of like the natural transition. But I got to the point where I was so good at striking, everybody knew that and they wanted to take me down. Now I respect jiu-jitsu, I respect wrestling, I compete in both. But when it comes to like what I want to sit and do with all my time, it's fight, it's punch. I don't want to do that wrestling. So then I made the move to boxing. And as a professional boxer, I went 6-0. What they don't tell you about boxing when you do it is like you don't actually either you're gonna lose or you gotta pay. You gotta because they pad their record so much in boxing.
Yeah.
And so what they're trying to do is you either gotta kind of like pay the promoter to get you a good fight, or you gotta be the guy who has to go fight the 20-0 guy. So I got
Oh.
to like being 6-0. Now everybody who wants to fight me now, they know I'm good. I got to pay them some good money. Or like I got an offer to fight this Russian Olympian in Canada for a belt. Well, listen, I'm a good boxer, an amazing boxer. I don't think I'm that good of a boxer where I'm going to go beat the Russian Olympian in Canada for the belt. But that's where they're trying
Okay.
to trick me. Whereas bare knuckle, well, number one, you getting paid. Win, lose, draw, both sides are getting paid. Number two, it hasn't been around long enough for it to be so political. Anybody who's good at boxing as a professional is probably like a promoter's son or nephew or cousin that's all involved and connected. Bare knuckle, it's brand new. Either you're good at it or you put on a show and they want you back or you don't. So really your destiny in bare knuckle is all yours to control. I could be the best boxer, but if I don't got the $5,000 to pay a couple more opponents, I'll never get to where I need to be. Now, after my performance with Jared, I cracked when the gloves are off in MMA. All finishes, no gloves, finishes. It felt good. It felt natural. It felt right. Those 2-minute rounds, that's nothing to me. MMA is 5-minute rounds. Boxing is 3-minute rounds. So I feel like and it's only at most you're doing 6 rounds, 5 rounds. If it goes to overtime, 6 rounds, 12 minutes of fighting. The boxing championship match is going to be 12 3-minute rounds, 36 minutes.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm getting paid the same for less time now. And this ain't across the whole BKFC roster because you got guys like me, Austin Trout, Josh Dyer, some really good, genuine fighters. But a lot of the times, what I've noticed is bare knuckle kind of attracts guys who weren't good enough at MMA or boxing or didn't have enough money for those two, but they're tough and they can scrap. So they go to bare knuckle. So if you ask me, do I want to fight the Russian Olympian or do I want to fight the former MMA guy? Not that I'm a pussy or nothing, but I'll take the former MMA guy 10 times
Yeah.
out of 10.
No, and not only that, probably the former MMA guy has a following. BKFC have a lot of following too. It's super big on social media, and probably the Russian Olympian probably.
They ain't gonna get nothing for me. Nobody knows who he is.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I can say no, that's super smart, bro. And how the BKFC opportunity was presented to you? Like, you have to do like a tryout, or you got
So
an
they
offer?
they have their little tryouts and stuff, but I'm good friends and training partners with Josh Dyer, who's fighting Richmond for the belt next week in Salt Lake City.
Okay.
So I've been training with Josh on and off for 3 4 years, and me and Josh spar, and we go at it. It's neck and neck. Mind you, he's like 60 pounds heavier than me, and he's a veteran of the game. So he was telling me, he's like, you could probably do bare knuckle if you wanted. And I was still kind of stubborn. I was like, nah, I'm going to keep the gloves on. I'm going to do my boxing. If a year goes by without any good boxing fights coming up, I'm like, Josh, it's time to go do some bare knuckle. Like, tap me in. And lo and behold, I'm on bare knuckle Omaha.
Man, oh, that's crazy. No, and what a debut, man. And what in a perfect world, when you're planning to return to bare knuckle, because I see for what I could see, but I don't know really, right? Like I don't know how you're feeling, but I see you end up healthy. You barely took damage there. In a perfect plan for you when you're planning to return.
And in a perfect world, bare knuckle calls me tonight and they tell me somebody fell off the card and I get to go fight next week. That's probably not going to happen, but in a ideal world, I'm fighting again at least 1 2 more times this summer because I feel good. I'm back at the gym. My hands aren't broken. My face is still handsome. We can do it again.
Oh, there you go, man. Yeah, that's great. Well, and I hope to see you soon, man. I know your first fight. It was good. You show, and you did spectacular. But for my part, I was like, I want to see more. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, man. Very talented. Hey, Trevon. Oh, one more time before we go. Where your nickname, Kid Cobra? Where you get that nickname from? Your starting from MMA, during your
So
boxing, or?
when I was like when I was 17, 18, training, getting ready to go do my MMA debut, me and my brothers, we sat around for a good couple weeks. Like, what's my name gonna be? What am I gonna be? And so we're big on like I like alliteration, like when the first names have the same letter. So I was like, well, maybe we'll be like Traevon, like the kid. That's a good one. That's a common one. But I was like, no, I wanna stand out. Well, I was sitting there thinking, I mean, kid. Well, I strike fast and I strike hard. And at the time, I was just turning 18, just about to make my debut. The young guy, the kid. So I was like, what if I'm the Kid Cobra Kroger? I'm the, you know.
Yeah.
So and then I'm thinking, if I get that BKFC belt, we'll just go ahead and change it to King Cobra. Now I'm a grown
Oh,
man.
yeah, that would be, man. That would be dope.
Hell yeah.
Well, Trevor, I appreciate your time. Can you tell the people when they can follow you on social media?
Yeah, yeah. At Kid Cobra MMA on Instagram, Facebook, all of it. Kid Cobra MMA.
There you have it, guys. Thank you, Trevon. Make sure you follow him. I suspect he had a bright future ahead in BKFC, and we hope you to see you soon. And I will remind people to like the interview and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Trevon.
Thank you, brother. Anytime.
All right.